So a couple of questions I've got are, where do we get our embroidered stuff? Where do we get our signs made? That type of thing. And the easy answer is, Bridget and I are going to go show you. So here we are, the Port City Graphics. So right on the Gorham Westbrook line into Gorham, Maine is Port City Graphics. You can't miss it. It's a big building with a big blue roof, and right in the middle of it is Port City. So let's go in and see what they've got going on. So this is Paul. Somehow Paul's my father-in-law. It's one of those things that now him and Erin are here. And you've been at this for how many years, kind of doing this stuff?
About 22 years. I've been in the business for actually almost 35, but with Port City is about 22 years old.
They're doing everything from t-shirts, hats, if you want to get pens done, signs. I mean, kind of, you know better than me. You guys do just about everything.
Yep. If you come in with something even sketched on the back of a napkin, we can take it. Our graphics guy works from home. We communicate by email and phone all day long, and he's pretty good at nailing a logo for you. We try to get the elements, like if you have a particular color scheme, or if you're in the maple business, obviously you want something to look like a maple leaf like we have here. Starting with what you have in mind, adding the name. Sometimes we put a tagline on, and that part of it we try to do very affordably, so you don't have to go out and spend $1,000 to hire an ad agency to create something for you. We do all kinds of apparel. We do embroidery, we do screen printing, we do laser etching, we do wide format signs, banners, decals, labels. We do any kind of promotional product, pens, magnets, keychains, you name it. If you can think it, we can ink it.
One of the things we found getting people to our farm is that most maple farms are kind of tucked away a little bit. So we need signs out on main roadways, and then you need signs directing people in. So we started using like the campaign signs, the foldovers, and you can put arrows on both sides of it. And really, that's been a great way for us to bring people in.
Weatherproof vinyl banner signs, they come with a U-shaped wire. They're 18 by 24, and we make them, it can be same on both sides, it can be something different on each side. We have directional arrows we can add. Getting people to a lot of the farms off main roads, you need something to get the traffic up there.
One of my favorites to use is, I prefer the embroidery on shirts. I think it stands out a little bit better. And when this thing's running now, we can't run it when people are in here talking because you can't hear anything, but this thing can get some shirts out in a hurry now.
It's a 6-head Beedandy. It's a state-of-the-art machine. This is the best one they make, and we put this in earlier this year. It does 6 pieces at a time, and it's very fast, so we get several turns an hour out of this. We have just about any thread color you can imagine. With the logo, it has to be digitized to be able to run on the machine. So we send that out and have the logo created, and that's a one-time fee. But once we have it, we can do whatever you need. We do hats, jackets, bags, sweatshirts, you name it. If you mention this, you saw this post, then when you call, we'll give you a free setup. The setup's normally $60. But if you mention that, we have a 24-piece minimum, and we'll give you the free setup. And we can do it on, like I say, t-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, hats, you name it.
Carhartt jackets, vests, the winter wear, it really stands out on that. I know, like for our farm, everyone that's helping us on Maple Weekend and the other events, they're wearing our garb. They've got vests on that have our logo. So the heavy stuff, the winter wear, the embroidery really stands out on that stuff, and it looks good too. And you can add names to it if you want people's names on the other side. But make sure you mention this video, and you'll get that 24-piece free setup for embroidery. Just call and say that you saw this on YouTube, and they'll take care of you. And one of the things that we realized is we needed more signs out on the main roads. So we tried some, had a logo on them. It was a little small, so we're at 50 miles an hour. You couldn't really see it. So we're upgrading signs now, so it'll definitely be visible. And it kind of, well, it looks like a sign you'd see on the street. So it doesn't really blend in, it stands out.
Why is it so big? Should do some pretty big signs.
I think this one will probably show up a little bit better at 50 miles an hour when they're coming down the main road. Advertising doesn't cost money, it makes money.
It pays.
It pays to advertise?
It pays to advertise, for sure. It doesn't cost a lot of money to look professional and promote your brand, and that's what it's all about. Whether you're a small farm or a big farm, it's all about getting your name out there.
People pay us to advertise for us, which is pretty cool because they'll buy our shirts, they give us money for them, and then they wear them, so they're advertising. So really, we're getting paid for other people to advertise for us too, which that doesn't hurt either. When you're coming in with a logo that you think you want, have it as close to what you think, drawing a sketch out, something like that, because the more hours they've got into it, that's going to drive the cost of the product up initially. After that, they've got it, and then it's easy, but getting as close as you can, you may have to tweak it a little bit. I know, like with mine, I wasn't happy with the font when I first designed it, so went back and forth a few times, but all those revisions just add up over time. So get it as close if you kind of know what font, if you can give them the name of the font, things like that, colors, but they could really take it from nothing too.
Yeah. No, a lot of times it's we can go right from scratch. It's not a complicated thing. We do it enough that we can usually get something. Oftentimes we'll do a brand new logo and we charge a fee for it, but typically we can stay within a budget. If you've got $100 and you want to do something simple and we can get to a concept fairly quickly and then tweak it to the way you want it. And we've done stuff that's even way more complicated, but we've done it enough that we can cut a lot of the cost out of it. We do Carhartt, we do North Face, we do Sport Tech.
So you need to have your name and your address and all that stuff when you're selling product. And one thing that they're able to do here at Port City is they can do custom stickers, or basically jug labels, container labels. We've done everything from, we use cream containers and we put different labels on them. All our stickers on our plastic syrup jugs when they leave all have stickers that come from here, and it's done on the same machine that does the banners. So you guys can really take any logo or design and tailor it to containers, to different shapes, everything, and then it die cuts it and it's ready to go pretty well right off the machine.
Contour cut labels is what we're doing here. So this is for a company that makes soaps and lotions. We do all of her labels. We do them in short run or big run, depending on what she needs. The machine prints it, and then it contour cuts it to like any shape that you want. If you want an oval, you want a circle, you want an irregular shape, the machine will contour cut it, so when we weed it away, you get a die cut label, and that fits right on your product. Weatherproof vinyl, so if you got a product that gets wet, you can clean it right up. It doesn't mar the label like a paper label would. The nice thing about it is this particular client has a lot of different products, and she only usually needs 50 or 100 of each at a time. So rather than have to buy a big expensive roll of say 1,000 labels of each SKU, we can do 50, 25, 50, 100 as she needs them, and we keep a lot of her files right in the machine. So basically this job came in today, it'll go out today. You
guys are shipping pretty well every day, right?
We do. This order came in today, like I say, it'll go out today. No, we're usually 2 or 3 days at the most.
Paul's Little Elves, we'll get it done.
Paul's Little Elves. You guys probably recognize the two-legged boss, huh? So Erin's been here for what, about a year now? Erin left the dental world and came here, and now she's Paul's elf in the back. And it's not just because she's short, it's because she gets things done back here. So she's the one putting your orders together, printing shirts, running the machines. Beedandy, that they're doing these labels for their soap, they make our maple lip balm, and our stickers get done here for it, and then she puts them on. So if you need maple lip balm, don't forget Beedandy, Sanford, Maine. They make some great stuff, and they'll even use your maple syrup in it, so it's a great advertising tool. There'll be a link in the description down bottom that will have Wendy's information in it from Beedandy, so make sure you check her out. Maple lip balm, your syrup, it's great. With the laser, you guys can pretty well laser on anything as long as it'll fit in the machine.
Polar Fleece does a great job. So we do Polar Fleece jackets, hats, scarves, blankets.
A lot of wooden signs, decorative signs around the house, Christmas ornaments can all be done on this, and those have really been popular. I mean,
people bring in boards, they pull off old barns. We have a container full of barn board. We buy vintage apple crates and we laser on those. They're awesome. They make great gifts. People come in. We have very inexpensive gift signs. We have all the major towns, longitude, latitude, quotes, sayings, people's names, camp signs. This thing does a lot of really interesting stuff.
So that's Port City Graphics. Erin, my wife, works there with really my favorite father-in-law, and they can do anything if you guys are looking for it. So stickers, banners, signs, t-shirts, like he said, free setup on a 24-piece embroidery. They'll do the digitizing. Advertising sells.